Does anyone remember when I interviewed the fentanyl addict in Baltimore? I'm going to see if I can pull up that video in light of the mass overdose in Baltimore. Back here in Baltimore, when the high school kids aren't going to school.
I mean, it's a lot of free time on their hands. You know, some of them doing classes on the computer. Then you got some that's just staying home. But it's a lot of free times on their hands. A lot of them starting to jump out here in these streets. You know what I mean? Starting to try to jump into that role of selling drugs.
So what's the drug of choice out here in Baltimore these days? Weed?
Heroin, cocaine, Percocets, all of it, man, everything. And this an open drug market.
No shit.
There's no place like Baltimore. You know what I mean? Where you can just come buy a drug wherever you want, and then the police sitting on the corner and they post it up there and they don't even bother you.
So are the police pretty much? So is it true when people say the police are hands off now?
I mean, in certain areas, it all depends on who you're dealing with. Because they know, like, no matter what, this is an open drug area with the whole COVID-19 thing going on with the corona. They're not really trying to lock nobody up.
So we can be engaged in hand-to-hand right here. The police not going to see it.
Yeah, it all depends. I mean, it all depends.
All depends on what?
All depends on who the police officer is. It all depends on the situation. It all depends on the mood. It all depends on the police officer. It all depends on the area.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? It all depends. You know, you got some ones that do care. I'm not going to say they don't care.
But do you think Karen is arresting you for selling drugs? If someone would arrest you for selling drugs, you think he care about you?
No, because he feel like you don't care about the person that you selling drugs to.
Right.
You know what I mean? These drugs, you know, scrambled dope and everything. And me being an active user with drugs. And
what drug do you use?
I was engaging in fentanyl. And I started...
That shit, isn't that deadly?
Yeah, I was engaged in fentanyl. Sad to say. I started off taking Percocets. And I started taking fentanyl. And I OD'd on Christmas. Yeah, I overdosed on Christmas. I woke up in Sinai Hospital.
But how did you end up on fentanyl? Like, cause I always thought fentanyl killed people.
Perks. I was taking perks, and them perks wasn't working no more, so I started taking that fentanyl.
So you got to fentanyl.
You know what I mean? Fentanyl kill people, but there's certain types of fentanyl, and the way you cut it too. I mean, if it's cut.
This is one of the most amazing interviews I did. This was before I started streaming. My lovely lady Lisa and we went to Baltimore. I've always been fascinated by Baltimore. And so we went to Baltimore, and I saw this guy walking. I felt comfortable going up to him and interviewing him. We've been all over the place, talking to people, scouting out locations to interview people, and that just happened to be the guy that I felt most comfortable with interviewing there. And you can see it was a pretty good interview. So coming out of Baltimore, when you bring into light these 27 overdoses, and this was one guy that just overdosed himself here. Let's take a listen.
Healthcare officials continue to comb the streets of West Baltimore after a mass casualty overdose yesterday.
That's right. Investigators now say more than 24 people had to be rushed to area hospitals. Alexa Ashwell has been following the investigation, joins us live with the very latest. Alexa.
Sorry, it's very loud here right now. Investigators say 7 people remain in critical condition. The Baltimore Police Department now investigating, and now we're learning the DEA is assisting.
Emergency and healthcare officials back at the site of yesterday's mass casualty drug overdose here in West Baltimore's Penn North corridor.
The police department continues to investigate the scene and the surrounding neighborhoods, focusing on the source of the drugs themselves.
CMS 5 responded to the request Battalion Chief 6 on mass casualty event.
The initial call for a single overdose came in before 9:30 Thursday morning. First responders quickly realizing dozens had been impacted by a believed bad batch of drugs.
As of this point, we've transported 15 patients.
This morning, Baltimore City Fire Chief James Wallace said that number has since increased to more than 24 patients, 7 of them in critical condition.
Overall, there have been 27 total patient transports from this incident scene in various conditions.
Investigators say health officials will continue to canvass the area, even checking vacant buildings and distributing Narcan and other available resources. As for the cause, when questioned, investigators wouldn't identify the drug or what may have been in it yet.
We're testing to see what actually is in it. We're going to go and look at every single thing that we can look at, every tip, every person that has information, and we will let the police department lead on that. And when we find them, you guys will know.
For years, Fox 45 News has reported.
Does anyone remember that episode from Ozark where the lady spiked the dope and killed people? This very well could have been what happened here in Baltimore.
On the drug trade that's had a tight grip on the Penn North neighborhood, impacting residents and their quality of life. Back in 2021, obtaining this video that captured people lining up by the dozen in this vacant lot near Druid Hill Avenue. Now today,
this is a war zone. These people said he had 20, police said he had 24/7.
People who witnessed the mass casualty overdose, troubled but not surprised.
It's not surprising to me.
When asked, the mayor wouldn't say whether investigators obtained any surveillance footage they've been combing through as part of the investigation into who distributed the believed substance. The DEA now
The lady had a clean team shirt. Was that like a drug addict shirt?
wouldn't say whether investigators obtained any surveillance footage they've been combing through as part of the investigation into who distributed
there it is right there. Clean Team Frontline Management Systems. That's probably some government agency, some agency contracted out to deal with the drug addicts. They're Clean Team. Damn, let me look that's the Clean Team Frontline Management System. I guarantee it's probably some drug treatment agency. Frontline. There it is. Frontline. Everybody's feeding off the carcass here. I was talking to someone else and said, man, you know, there's millions, billions to be made on treating the dysfunction in the black community here. And here it is, one of the organizations here. A clean and safe environment makes a lasting impression at Frontline Management Services. Our team is committed to providing quality services to support the growth, stability, and appeal of urban communities there. And that is what they are tasked to do here. As you can see, they're out of Baltimore with the phone number 410. Frontline management and delivery of supplemental clean and safe services. This may be a drug treatment where they may give you clean needles and things like that. They do power washing, litter and trash removal, lawn care. Anyway, back to the video. Frontline Management Services. Here's one of the employees with the dreadlocks here.
The believed substance. The DEA now confirming.
We are assisting BPD and other partners that are going to be involved in this investigation.
Confirming the federal agency is assisting Baltimore police.
The drugs that were seized, our labs are going to be testing that to see what was in those drugs. We'll collaborate with BPD on identifying and gathering the intelligence to see who was responsible and how widespread this was. And we'll present the investigation to our prosecutor partners to make sure that these people are brought to justice.
Now I checked, the FBI said its agency is on standby and has offered its assistance. Anyone with any information on this case is asked to contact the Baltimore Police Department. We're live in downtown. Alexa Ashwell, Fox 45 News.
I'm Mary Bubala. Thank you for watching. Here's another.
And there's another article about that, another video here. I wanted to check this out. Again, it's I think the initial reporting of the mass.
And we want to bring you some breaking news right now out of Baltimore, Maryland. Want to show you this live shot that we have there of the city. But what we do know is that at least 15 people have been hospitalized at this hour in relation to an apparent overdose incident. Again, as we are continuing to track the very latest, when I put up this tweet that we have from the Fox station there in Baltimore, saying that at least 15 people have been taken to the hospital after officials found multiple overdose victims in West Baltimore. And as of 12:50 p.m. local time, those 15 people have been taken to the hospital, with 5 being listed in critical condition. And they did say that the other 10 patients were in serious condition as well. I want to continue on here with some of the updates we have from other officials in the city, with the Baltimore police remarking that they have been on site there along with the Baltimore Fire at the scene of Pennsylvania and North Avenues in reference to these multiple individuals who were experiencing experiencing overdose symptoms. They say that they will continue to release more information as it comes to them. And lastly, we even heard from those high-ranking officials there in the city and in the state, including Governor Wes Moore, saying that our team is coordinating with state agencies, city officials, and first responders on the ground in West Baltimore today, saying, I am grateful to those who quickly alerted us about this situation and those who are providing support to the community. And once again, taking you out to live look there in Baltimore. This happened around 9:25 a.m. today. This is when fire department, police, and medics all responded to the intersection of Pennsylvania Avenue and North Avenue for the reports of those overdoses. Again, at least 15 people have been taken to the hospital, with 5 being listed in critical condition. Police say that they are still finding additional victims at this time and still expect this number of those treated to increase. Of course, we also saw
Talk to Donna Bruce, who knows the worst case scenario of an overdose all too well. Her son died of an overdose a few years back, not too far from where we're standing right now. So when she heard about Thursday's mass overdose incident, she said she had to do what she could to help. When Donna Bruce heard about this scene on Pennsylvania and North Avenue, she jumped into action.
I immediately got home and got my Narcan kit. I immediately got some toiletries, and I got down here. It was a matter of just getting.
These people are carrying Narcan kits. They need a lawnmower behind them. The grass is grown up over the cars. And that is what they devolved to. They're carrying around Narcan kits to revive the half-dead.
Down here. So once I got down here, I was just stuck. I was just standing here because, of course, I was thinking about Devon.
Bruce's son, Devon Wellington, died of an overdose a few years ago. A street sign with his name on it stands on the block where he died, just a couple of blocks away from Thursday's mass overdose situation.
So it was very triggering for me, very surreal. It made me angry as hell.
Angry that overdoses continue to threaten lives in our community. Bruce has spent years doing outreach in the Penn North area, trying to help people struggling with substance misuse and trying to point people to recovery. Today, several peer recovery support groups are also in the Penn North community, providing services, including the Community Peer Project.
We've been out here for since yesterday morning, giving support to the community with Narcan, getting people into treatment on demand 24 hours a day, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
It's an operation run by people with first-hand experience.
We are peers in the community, so we have lived experience. So people feel comfortable calling our line or greeting with us out in.
Man, listen. If this is what you're gonna take, if this is their approach, you need people off drugs, they're never gonna solve it. I mean, just look at these people.
The community, because we have that lived experience, some of us in different aspects, maybe substance abuse, mental health, re-entry.
Bruce also has her own experience. In addition to grieving her son, she's in recovery herself.
Oh,
that's why she cannot
shit. You got a family of drug addicts here. 2
not
generations.
look at a mass overdose scene like this and not jump into action.
I am a grieving mother, and as long as God put the strength in my body, I'm going to continue to be at Penn North.
We've talked to several peer recovery groups out here who say they will continue to support the community with Narcan and harm reduction supplies. In Penn North, I'm Brianna Ross.
And we'll see what the community leaders are doing here.
So city and community partners returned to the area today, hoping to provide some necessary resources. Casey Baylor on your corner in the city, speaking with leaders, trying to educate and comfort neighbors.
First responders and healthcare workers continue the effort of educating the community and administering Narcan at that intersection of Pennsylvania and North Avenues. And today, community leaders stood beside city agencies looking to provide additional resources to that neighborhood, an area they say has been lacking resources for a while.
The goal is to not find ourselves back here.
By building relationships and fostering education at the corner of Pennsylvania and North Avenues.
We're doing snowballs, We are doing pizza and we are doing hot dogs.
Nikki Smith, the founder
Is this for children or for drug addicts?
of the organization, The Journey Mental Health and Wellness, set up outside Simmons Memorial Baptist Church to offer food, resources, and Narcan.
Nicole from We Are Responders, she's gonna come down and do some demonstrations on some CPR.
Well, you look at that boarded up, abandoned looking building behind them. It looks bad, half painted. I mean, these people should start there. Instead of giving out free things, start there, like fixing up the community for the people that aren't on drugs. Like the people that are on drugs, they may be lost, maybe a lost cause. You do have some people that aren't on drugs. Maybe you should focus on them.
And life-saving skills.
It comes one day after first responders reported several people had overdosed Thursday morning.
They recognized very early on that they were dealing with a situation that was not only severe, but one that was going to escalate.
At least 27 people went to multiple local hospitals, 7 in critical condition and 15 others in serious condition. As Baltimore police investigate the substance used and how it was distributed, the mayor's Office of Neighborhood Safety and Engagement launched a neighborhood stabilization response.
We will be conducting canvassing in roughly a 4-block radius. We're going to look at engagement from today to guide how we'll be deploying resources in a coordinated fashion over the coming weeks.
Meanwhile, Smith wants to see an active presence in this area every day.
We should have this kind
of... We should have free giveaways every day is what she's about to say. God, like, how does this solve ODs?
Community outreach every day because there is someone that overdoses in this community every single day.
Mayor Brandon Scott says officials checked more than 170 vacant properties in this investigation. He also put a big emphasis on Maryland's Good Samaritan law, which protects people who are seeking medical assistance from an arrest in an emergency situation like the one we saw Thursday. Reporting on your corner in Baltimore City, I'm Casey Baylor for WJZ.
But what's the plan for the abandoned houses? They can't talk about that. How did you end up with all these abandoned houses and a housing crisis at the same damn time? I mean, you really have to twist your mind into like pretzel-like logic to buy what they're selling here and think that they have a solution.
Casey, thank you. So if you or someone you know is struggling with substance abuse disorder, there are treatment resources on your screen. You can also visit.
You know, I'm gonna get down to brass tacks. You know what the cure is, what the solution is? I teased you here early on. This guy's gonna give you a solution. This was 4 years ago, a year ago. Maybe it's probably longer than that.
Not the right way. It won't kill you. It can kill you.
What are you talking about?
Fentanyl kill people, but there's certain types of fentanyl and the way you cut it too. You know what I mean? If it's cut the right way, it won't kill you. It can kill you. Somebody who cutting it and putting the cut on the fit, they gotta absolutely know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's serious. It's serious. Yeah. It's serious. You know what I mean? Your cut man.
He about to tell you the solution right here.
It's gonna be based upon how much dope is gonna get sold, or how much, you know what I mean, how good your dope is, or it's gonna determine who gonna die off your shit or not. You know what I mean? You know, it's a lot of alternatives.
Are you more afraid of your drug addiction getting the best of you, or are you more afraid of coke?
I'm more afraid of my drug addiction.
And so there is, again, he wasn't afraid of COVID, he was afraid of his drug addiction, and he explained why. Baltimore needs a Walter White. They need good cut men in these neighborhoods. If you're not going to solve the drug problem, you owe it to the citizens to make sure that the dope is good. Listen, he's telling you what he needs, man. He said the fentanyl don't kill you. As long as you got a good cut man, and somebody didn't do the measurements correctly. Or maybe he intended to kill a bunch of people like in the TV show Ozark, one of the two. But Baltimore, they need a cut man. That's what they need. He's going to explain it.
Cut man is going to be based upon...
Yeah, tell us about that cut man.
The way you cut it too, you know what I mean?
The right way. That's what has to be done. Baltimore, they don't have Walter Whites. They've been teaching STEM, but the STEM has not led to Walter Whites. It's led to the opposite. They haven't been able to impart science and chemistry to these people, and now it has led to a mass overdose.
Engaged in the fentanyl, sad to say, I started off taking Percocets, and I started taking fentanyl, and I OD'd on Christmas. Yeah, I overdosed on Christmas. I woke up in Sinai Hospital.
But how do you end up on fentanyl? Like, 'cause I always thought fentanyl would kill
taking
people.
perks. I was taking perks, and them perks wasn't working no more, so I started taking that fentanyl.
So you got to the fentanyl.
You know what I mean? Fentanyl kill people, but there's certain types of fentanyl, and the way you cut it too. You know what I mean? If it's cut the right way, it won't kill you. It can kill you. Somebody who cutting it and putting the cut on the fit, they gotta absolutely know what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's serious. It's serious.
Yeah.
It's serious. You know what I mean? Your cut man is gonna be based upon how much dope is gonna get sold, or how much, you know what I mean, how good your dope is, or it's gonna determine who's gonna die off your shit or not. You know what I mean?
There it is, right there. Your cut man will determine who's gonna die off this shit or not. And this guy right here, he just overdosed himself. In Baltimore, as I said again, their biggest problem is that they can't solve the dope problem. They can't make this guy get off dope. But they can give him a good cut, man, to save his life. Once again, guys, thank you for joining. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share this with friends. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I am John Carl, and I bring it to you rough, rugged, and raw. I am a nigga. I bring it to you rough, rugged, and raw, nigga.